How you guys doing? I wanted to pop in real quick and give you a peasant chat. Popping in, like I said I would during the week. Now that the lightning came out, I thought it was a good idea to basically go live and talk a little bit about the lightning. The reaction to the lightning has been kind of funny. I'll be honest. The reaction to the lightning was kind of funny. And did did you guys remember me about a week or two ago saying watch the lightning be a quad cab, not a single cab, or crew cab, not a single cab, fast truck? Guys, I hate to tell you, Ford is not building cool cars anymore. So, like the last cool car that Ford built or is gonna build is probably going to be the Raptor with the 5.2, but that's only after Dodge introduced a T-Rex. And I wonder if Ford did it as a reaction. Now, who, in my opinion, is the best salesman for Dodge products? Ford. A lot of us guys want to see brand new, fast stuff. Plain and simple. A lot of us guys want to see brand new, fast stuff. And Ford is, for a lot of the people that don't like that the Mustang name went on a SUV, meaning there's going to be a Mustang, a coupe performance car, but they expanded the lineup and are going to offer a SUV with a Mustang name. People hated that. The Mach-E GT is going to be the quickest Mustang ever, 0 to 60, period. That's okay. People don't like it because it said SUV. Whatever. I don't care. The Lightning, though. The Lightning was never cool. I don't care what anyone says. I think the idea of the Lightning was very cool. The Mama Luna from the factory. But when the Mama Luna hasn't become a thing in a long time, the Gen 1 Lightning was whack as fuck. If you were to put a gun in my head and give me a Gen 1 Lightning or Gen 2 Lightning, I'd get a Gen 1 Lightning. I just think it looks better. Gen 2 Lightning, it looks like Shamu. It looks like shit. But the thought of that was pretty cool. The Chevy Cyclone was quicker to 60 than the Mama Luna Ford F-150 Lightning of like 2001, 2002. I don't know when's the last year they made them. But it was slower to the quarter, so the Lightning made up for it with more than top end. So then they go out there and they introduce a electric Lightning. Now let's talk about it real quick. What's up, guys? I'll say hi to you guys in a bit. So think about it. They're touting this Lightning as like a ultimate work vehicle and an ultimate mobile battery. That's basically what they told you in the intro. It's the base. It's the most badass mobile battery on the planet. It can power your home. Well, what if the power outage lasts a week? What's gonna charge the Lightning? Whatever. Though the specs are, it's 0 to 60 in mid fours. Quickest Lightning ever. Awesome. The thing that kind of bugged me out about the Lightning is what they're selling it as. It only has a 300-mile range. Doesn't that sound low to you guys? I know what they're saying. They're saying, well, that's what the F-150 gets. So why would we, add to that? But they're also selling it as like the ultimate mobile battery, meaning you could power the job site. Okay, let me ask you a question, guys. Let's say your job site is 50 miles away. Let's say it's 20. Let's say it's 30 miles away. And let's say the battery, under perfect optimal conditions, gets you 300 miles a charge. So you drive 20 miles to the job site. Then you power a lot of your shit with it. A lot of your tools, a lot of your cordless tools, a lot of your everything. And then when you get back, are you going to have 200 miles to empty? Are you going to have, or till the charge is done, you're going to have 150? You're going to have 100? And I know what the Ford people will say, and I get it. They're going to say, well, just charge it overnight. I understand that. And it's, in theory, pretty damn good. But the Lightning guys are pissed off that you made it a crew cab, Ford. Why not offer that truck stripped down with a frunk? That's right, a frunk, a bed, badass battery pack, single cab, performance-based, as light as possible. Is it that much work to put that in a extended cab form? Maybe they need the extra. Obviously the extended cab is bigger, but they couldn't just stuff more batteries in a single cab. Like, I can't believe Ford is not even bringing out cool shit anymore. Now, the last hurrah is going to happen. Guys, the last hurrah is going to happen. Ford has obviously told everybody the future's electric. That's what Ford has told everybody. So if you're a diehard combustion engine guy, Ford has told everybody the future is electric. Now, they did say they had over-the-air updates, which I think is going to be performance-oriented, similar to Tesla. Tesla will be like, oh yeah, download the Cheetah update. Boop, Cheetah update, and your car has, I don't know, 50 more horse or something stupid. So I think it's, as a vehicle, cool. Lightning guys hate it because it's not a Lightning, quote unquote. Same thing that they said about the Mustang, even the Mustang Mach-E. Now that the Mustang Mach-E GT is the quickest Mustang ever made, including the GT500, whatever. But why not bring out a Mamalona, a single cab electric race truck? This is why. This is why, guys. It's not going to sell. Ford has told everybody they're about money. And that's okay. As business people, they want to sell products. So what is more likely to sell? Una Mamalona with a single cab badass battery with a frunk, or basically a fully equipped quad cab, crew cab, bed, ports everywhere for your job site F-150 truck. The F-150 is the best-selling vehicle, not truck, best-selling vehicle in the United States. Ford's going to go, all right, let's make it electric. Ta-da! They sell a shitload of electric trucks. So, whatever, you guys want to call it gay? Fine. It's faster than a Lightning ever was. And it's bigger, and it has a bunch of stuff. Do I care? Am I emotional about it? Fuck no. I don't care. But I'd love to see a single cab version of that. I wonder what'll happen. Like, imagine towing capacity. Let's say you're going to tow a boat to the ramp 70 miles away, right? 50 miles away. Let's say you're 50 miles away from where you want to bring your boat. How much battery is soaked up? 50 miles towing a truck, towing a good size boat up down hills in traffic, using all the shit, putting it in the water, taking it out of the water. Do you have enough battery to get back? That's going to be interesting. That might be something to think about. Now, the Tesla Cybertruck, 1,000 horsepower, the badass version. The Humvee truck, 1,000 horsepower. This truck, 500 horsepower, 700 torque. Did they miss the mark? I don't know. Tell me about it. Is it gay? Tell me about it. Fuck it. Let's talk some shit. Everyone, the usual suspects are here. Eric V, Trevor Griffin, Alfredo Diaz, Michael Merck, Phil, Marcus Marr, Chris Jameson. Who the fuck is that? These are all members. The one in green are members only. Jason Friedberg in the house. Ashley Fox, my honey. Hello, King Bicho. You'll know what you're going to be calling me that in bed. Guaranteed. So yeah, let's just get back to it. Someone said exactly about, imagine towing your boat 50 miles away. How much battery is going to be taken up in those 50 miles? It's not 300 miles with a boat. It's not 300 miles with the car trailer. Can I tow? Let's say I lived in Worcester, Massachusetts, and I tow my 3,200-pound Fox body with a 1,500-pound trailer to Lebanon Valley Dragway, and it's 70, 80, 90 miles away. Go there. Do my thing. Do I have enough battery to get back? You guys know that when you live in Worcester and you drive to New York, Lebanon Valley area, it's super hilly. Up, down, up, down. Do you have enough battery to get back? Like, how's that going to go? I don't get, that truck is obviously not for me. But if they're selling it as a direct replacement for a truck, I don't know. I could stop somewhere and get a splash of gas in about 30 seconds. I can get 10 gallons in about 30 seconds. Can I get half a battery charge in less than 40? I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Range is lesser of an issue as compared to how long it takes to charge the EV. Exactly. 100%. Exactly, Alex. Range is towing with most gas engine trucks cuts mileage by 30 to 40%. Exactly. It's gayer than two guys fucking three guys. Wow, says One Slow 50. Let's be honest. You'd also feel like a huge shithead loading the frunk of your pickup truck. I don't know. I don't think that matters, honestly. If the frunk has room and I could put a grill on that bitch, I don't care. I literally don't care. Spare batteries, fool. Towing an RV is going to be all bad. Right. Let's say you decide to put a RV in that, like tow a small camper and take it camping. You can't bring spare batteries with you. You can bring extra fuel, though. You can bring 2 or 3 jugs of fuel so you have 15 gallons ready to go. Can you bring extra battery packs? I don't know. What is the solution for this? They're telling you, oh yeah, you can just stop at many of the Ford charging stations. Okay, that's fine. Can I drive 100 miles one way, do what I got to do, and then drive 100 miles back with a payload, with something being towed? Not sure. Not 100% sure. So it'll be interesting. Frunk like that. Yep, in 5 minutes, I can fill up my 5.0 instead of waiting an hour to just get back home. Interesting. Anal beads. Alex is dropping a low, says Colton Price. Alex gets gas from NASCAR pit stops, 30 seconds. Damn. No, I'm saying a splash of gas. Like, okay, time it. Let's say you swipe your card, beep, beep, put your pin, and boom, you start gassing up. How long does it take? How long does it take? Look, everyone is telling you the future is electric. So we got to now start finding solutions for that. And imagine the electrical grid. The amount of stress. You guys see that some places have rolling blackouts in the summer when people start turning on their air conditioners. So let's say 30% of the population dumps gas and gets electric cars. The infrastructure to build those electric stations, how much more power do you need? Is the rolling in the summertime? Let's say in the summertime. And you saw what happened with the pipeline. Excuse me. You saw what happened with the pipeline. Some guys hacked the government. The government shut it down. Some guys hacked the pipeline, and the Southeast was rendered almost inoperable, and people rushed to get gas because they freaked the fuck out. How easy is it to hack an electrical grid if you really wanted to? That's 100% connected. The grid is all connected. You can literally, if you hack the right place, you can hack the whole coast if you want. Frunk Life. If I use a gas generator to plug it into the car, how much further can I go? Right. Are we gonna now bring generators with gasoline in it as a fail-safe for the battery life? Oh my God. Put a generator in the bed and charge it while you drive. Wow. Perpetual electricity forever. Alex Viejo, I live by it. Electric infrastructure is behind by far. 10 years from now, I see it being easily accessible. Ford would be smart to have public chargers 24/7 for their dealerships. What if a huge storm hits and you're out of power for days, even longer? The Northeast sees ice storms. The Southeast sees hurricanes. The West Coast sees Mexicans and takeovers on stoplights. So imagine you're out of electricity for 3 days. Remember when the hurricane hit here and people were leaving, or the hurricane was slated to come here, and people were leaving Florida like crazy. This was the hurricane that just kind of hung up at the Bahamas for like a week, and then it went straight up and didn't do anything to Florida. The Teslas were leaving town, and every single Tesla charging station was backed up for hours and days. That's right. Huge, long lines to wait to supercharge or regular charge your Tesla. Were fucking inundated. It was crazy. Now, people that, okay, tree huggers. Let's talk about tree huggers. Well, electric's the future. Okay. Let's say I agree with you, because I think there's a lot of power and a lot of positive things about a fully electric future. Are you okay with nuclear power plants really close to your house? Are you okay with nuclear power plants popping up left and right? Environmentalists? Because what's gonna power the shit that powers those cars? Electricity comes from fossil fuels, mostly coal, natural gas. Electricity comes from fossil fuels, except nuclear. Are you going to be okay with the United States adding 50 new nuclear power plants? Are you okay with that? I'm okay with it, because if I subscribe to the notion that the future is all electric, then I also have to subscribe to the notion that the future is all nuclear. when it comes to generating electricity. Rolling blackouts in California are going to get worse. All these points you're bringing up, Alex, I've said, probably because I live in Hurricane Alley in Louisiana. Don't the power grids fail just from running your home air conditioning? Alex, I can't. Over the fact that if you're going to go on a road trip over the battery limit, you have to stop and charge your ship for like 2 hours or whatever time it takes. Better bring your novelas. It just took 2 minutes and 11 seconds to pump 15 gallons of E85, says Jared Wells. 20 GTA 10 free-flowing exhaust went back to stock after listening to you. Noticed a watt NOx sensors go to 3. Lund Senior said it's normal. Maybe I have bad 93. Which octane booster do you recommend? Octanium or butane are fine. Hurricane Irma was the hurricane, said RB25 Love GT35R. Wow, Nissan guy. Porting or changing your inlet adds 2% per hour. Great chat. Do you know what I'm saying? Electricity comes from Benjamin Franklin's asshole. At least the wifey won't hear you leaving the house to pick up what? The side booty? The shit, la Sancha? La Sancha. Alex, who's going to pay the $800 million and $1 billion per nuclear power plant? Exactly. If you subscribe to a electric future, you subscribe to a nuclear future. Eliza's, if your NOx sensors are going like ape shit +3, yeah, you got bad gas, especially stock. I spoke with a commercial truck salesman at Ford dealership today. Lightning pre-orders are rolling in fast at his place. I don't doubt that the Lightning is going to be a good truck for many. Think about it this way. Let's say I owned a home that I had a charging station and I need a truck. La mama lona right now, I barely drive it. I have too many, I'll be honest, I have too many vehicles and I got to start getting rid of vehicles. It's a little ridiculous right now. I got to get rid of 2 before the end of the year because it doesn't make sense to have 5. That's so stupid to me. So if I have a truck that gets a 300-mile charge, I could probably go 1 whole week without charging my truck unless I go to Miami to slay some booty, right? And if I go to Miami to slay some booty, that's 160 miles out of my way. I still could go 2 to 3 days without charging the truck. It's probably a good truck for me or for someone in that position or someone that has multiple vehicles. If I want to tow the Fairmont or anything else to the track, it's 30 miles away. I can easily tow it there, do my shit, drive it back, have plenty of charge. For me, it's probably worth it. Do I want that? Not really. It's not really something I want. If I ever see a need for it, sure. What's going to make that truck really desirable to get? Tax credits. The government is giving you money or making your taxable income less because you buy an electric vehicle. Once those run out, we'll see when the rubber meets the road. Do you know what I'm saying? Spoka got that. Fuck lithium. FlexTune is great for natural disasters. Just toss in 93 for getting the fuck out of town. Millwright's going to get rich with the future of electric. Millwrights are going to look like that Indian, rich, a gold-wearing Indian. I'm telling you, millwrights, this is going to be millwrights in about 5 years. If you're a millwright, this is what you're going to look like. You're going to be building the whole shit. Your wife's going to look like this. This is millwrights in 2028. Millwrights are guys, get into the trades. You're going to have work for days maintaining the power plants because they're going to stress out those power plants because guess why the power plants need that much maintenance? Tree huggers don't let people update the power plants. You can't build another coal-fired power plant even though it's super clean, even though it's super technologically advanced. Then Elon Musk is out there telling you, oh my God, fossil fuels are shit. You got to go over to electric. So that means you got to go over to nuclear. By the way, the same guy told you to buy Bitcoin and Dogecoin and Doggycoin or whatever the fuck. And that tanked. Good job, dickhead. Good job. Your poor, stupid $40,000 a year having ass put your life savings into a fucking cryptocurrency. Good job, shithead. How would people living in apartment complexes charge their electric vehicle today? Arthur, they wouldn't. They just wouldn't. They'd have to go to like a station that, Ford owns or whatever, and that allows that. Hey, Alex, if you were to get 350, what mods would you do? Suspension boost. I wouldn't touch the suspension on a GT350. It's perfect. Boost, throw a Whipple or a centrifugal on it like a Vortec, and that's going to be a nice car. The golden face masks. Ernesto Gonzalez says, I work at Tesla, and the people who own them make it a lifestyle. They have the Tesla solar roof, Tesla battery packs. If they do have power outage, it's crazy expensive, but they do have an answer. Right, there's this thing called I forget, but Tesla has basically a battery pack that is your home's auxiliary electricity storage. So Tesla battery pack for homes. And I forget what it's called. The power wall, and the solar roof. Yeah, so it's all Tesla battery stuff. Now, in the future, when solid state batteries become a thing, that's going to be pretty good. So here we go. A power wall. So where does my floor or mounted wall installations install these on the wall, stack up to 10 power walls together on the floor. So see, you're going to start seeing this. Guys, this is Vicky. This is literally Vicky from iRobot. It's going to be, you're going to have power walls, places where the solar panels capture it, and there is your solution for home charging. Power walls. Guys, I'm telling you, they've thought of a lot of stuff. So a lot of you guys have these weird questions. I get it. But what if you can't swing it? What if you don't have the money? Well, guess what? Electric is simply not for you. It's not for you. I love it. I love the power. The fucking Model S Plaid is going to run low 9s or 8s. A sedan at 4,000 plus pounds running that. It's going to be stupid. I bought my Mustang with crypto cash. I'm still laughing. You liar. You are a liar. More lithium, more wars. No. Solid state batteries are the future. Solid state battery technology is the future, in my opinion, because that's something that's going to have to take in the forefront. Lithium isn't the forever answer, but a stable solid state battery made out of a solid state metal material is the future. So if you guys want to do some Googling tonight, look up solid state battery technology. Once that becomes more prevalent, I think you guys will start looking at electric cars a little differently for sure. Jay Rubin in the house. What's up, brother? Tune in when it becomes available. The Tesla Kool-Aid, $285. If anyone is interested, we own a major welding company in Chicago. Ironworkers, high rise. We're hiring $135 an hour with benefits. People don't want to work. They want to stay home and get that stimmy money and watch Maury Povich all day. Austin Maynard, Alex, getting my car back tomorrow after Ford put a new lung block in it. Hoping no more cruising speed cams reverting issue. Austin Maynard, if that's the fix, I am going to tell everyone that has that issue to take it to Ford and demand an engine replacement if they're still under warranty. 10R80 Allen became a Bitcho level member. Thank you, sir. This will be a quick check, guys. 9 o'clock, I'm gone. This is a peasant chat. I ain't going to give you a whole hour and a half. Hannah Dugan, I'm back from the hospital. Never knew you were in. They need to make a manual Tesla. I mean, they do make manual conversion kits where you still mate a electric motor to a manual trans. It is kind of funky. Parker, sorry I'm late. Just got back to my desk and noticed you were live. More wars, please. Building the military equipment pays my bills. I like it. Look, there are people in the military industrial complex. They like wars. Wars pay bills. War is big business. Watch how Tony Stark made his money with Stark Industries. It's similar. Alex, energy generation companies invest minimal in maintenance of their nuke plants. The plants are from the 60s and 70s. I worked in ops at a nuke plant. 100% Pat the one. I worked as a millwright, and we had to do some work at nuclear power plants, small ones. Understand this, guys. There are thousands of very small nuclear reactors, most of them in colleges, most of them that are stable and quote-unquote safe. But any of those motherfuckers can have an issue. And I worked on a lot of the pumps, a lot of the cooling pumps, and you wore a little tag, and the tag turned color when you needed to get out of the area, meaning if you were exposed to too much radiation, they only allowed you to be in there about an hour or so at a time. And once your tag turned color, you had to get out of there and someone else had to come in. Scary, scary shit. I was not a fan. Dylan Duff says, hey, Alex, curious who built the motor in Section 8. It was built, I think it was built in Florida, way back when. I don't know exactly who built it. Who cares? I'm swapping to a Turbo 400. Oh, shit, Edward Martinez, finally, welcome. Get out of that 6R80 bullshit. The 6R80 stuff is good for guys that want to go 8s, maybe mid-8s. But if you want to really get serious, you got to get rid of that 6R80. And you want to be competitive, Edward Martinez. Competitive. That means racing. That means going rounds. That means Turbo 400. Manuel Quinas, fuck that. You owe us 15 minutes, bro. You were late. SA, no, I wasn't. I got on right at 8 o'clock. Department of Defense contracts are absolutely insane when it comes to how much money is allocated to them. Imagine you work for Lockheed Martin. Imagine you work for Sikorsky. Imagine you work for Northrop Grumman. You imagine you work for Boeing. You want war. You want war. When you go, fuck yeah, there's war, you're making money. I get it. Head gasket for boosted Coyote, 20 PSI other than Cometic. Ask an engine builder. Damn, I didn't know our boy Alex was in Chernobyl. So I missed it. General consensus that we like the Lightning being more of a powertrain option and more of a standalone model. I like the idea of the Lightning, J. Rubin. I don't like that the fanboys think it should be nothing but a race truck. But it's already quicker than any Lightning. It shouldn't have the Lightning name according to them. That's okay. But what's to say that Ford doesn't build a regular cab model of that? What's to say? Is that okay then? Lightning guys, psycho Lightning guys. If Ford says, shit, due to overwhelming demand, we are making the exact same model, but regular cab, and it has an IRS. All they have to do is offer a drop kit, badass battery pack, 200-mile range, and have it really gap motherfuckers. 6, 7, 800 horse, 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. You will buy it. Trust me, if there's enough of a demand, it's like a skateboard to them. They go, oh, put a different body on that bitch. Oh, okay, battery packs fit. Who's to say that they're not going to come out with a regular cab, higher kilowatt an hour, higher kilowatt, regular cab version of that if the market demands it? Who knows? Lockheed is hiring on my base. Thousands of trucks parked in Kentucky. Everyone talks about how fast electric cars are. P90 does like 12 seconds, 60 to 130, slow. Right, but what does a P100D do? What does a Taycan do? The GT, the Turbo RS, what is it called? The Turbo, something Turbo. They're 10-second cars. The Model 3 Performance is a low 12-second, high 11-second car. Stop it. Stop it. Some of them are 10, 30, 10, 20 cars. Stop it. I enjoy the idea of the Lightning beating the majority of the sports cars on the street. Stoplight to stoplight. You can charge a truck at homegirl's house overnight. I'm going to have to get maintenance girl a power wall. The regular cab would be everywhere besides the USA. Mexico example has a single cab AT4 GMC Sierra, Julio Granados. Jay Rubin says, I'm sure we'll see a tri-motor Lightning in a model year or two. Guys, imagine a 3-motor regular cab, short bed, Lightning. You don't think Ford would make waves with that? You don't think Ford is waiting for people to go, this one's going to sell? Quad cab, 300-mile range, which isn't that impressive. But it's versatile. It'll sell. How many people do you think buy an F-150 because they actually need an F-150? No, that's the new station wagon. Soccer mom mobile. They like big trucks. So all they do is drive around town anyway. I guarantee 70 to 80% of the people that own F-150s don't do F-150 shit in it. Me included. I got a Mamalona. Nothing's in the bed. I towed it once. I drive it normal. It's okay. I'm planning to put a turbo on it. Why? Why not? I don't use it for what it's intended for at all. Yeah, $100,000 fucking EVs. Okay, cool. I mean, you want performance, you get badass shit. How much was the GT500? How much was the GT500 with the dealer markup? Some of them were in the 90s. If the F-150 goes up to 1,000-mile range and it's 50,000 or less, I'd buy one. Call me gay. Yeah, you're pretty gay. No one gets that kind of performance. That's crazy talk. That's like saying, I want a GT500 that makes 800 horsepower and gets 50 miles a gallon. It doesn't exist. Taycan Turbo S is low 10s. Exactly. Taycan Turbo S. That's the one. Hey, Alex, keep getting code P124. Any advice? Google it, right? Google it, P124. I bet you it's nothing. Let's say maybe it's a PO124 because they don't know how to speak. Throttle pedal position sensor circuit intermittent. You have an issue with your throttle position sensor. The connection, because it's a circuit code. You're welcome. Googled it for you. How do I become Bitcho level member? You go to the join button. If you're on a computer, you go to the channel homepage and there should be a join button there. Worcester to LVS represent Robo style. If you're in Worcester, you're not gonna go to Epping. You're gonna go to Lebanon Valley. I seen a Model 3 mid-range run an 11.6 at the track. Angel Harada. Saw some for $100,000 here in Dallas back in 16. What was $100,000 in 2016? Angel, press the join button. Looking for a pair of Mickey Thompson SS 305 45 17 Eliza's S550. Good evening, good evening. Says Jimmy Jams in the house. What? That's my point. Until it exists, I think it's not worth the hassle. I get it. Can you run 85 on stock tune? Sure. It'll be 30% lean the whole time and you'll get lean codes. Alex, finally figured out the electrical issue with my car. We'll send you a log tomorrow and hope to hear from you next week. 10 or 80 Allen, for sure. Wild Horse says, what would cause the short-term fuel temps to be constant 12%? No vacuum leaks, no exhaust leaks, injectors, fuel pressure good, O2, shitty tune? Potentially, right? If someone has added 12% and it's still 12% lean, you got a leak somewhere and you have to smoke check it. Julio Granados, Google a PO315 code for me. Crank relearn, unsuccessful tip. Okay. It's crank. You need a crank relearn. That's what it's saying. Crank variation, not learned. It's a crank relearn. You need a crank relearn. There's a dealer here in Pittsburgh selling a 21 yellow GT500 carbon fiber track pack with painted stripes for $156,000. Holy shit. New Lightning with AC on, opera music cranked will walk to Shelby Dave's from a stoplight. Could you imagine? You have, guys, there will be a day that you're in your clapped out 347 1.6 Scorpion rockers, 65 millimeter trick flow upper, CNO mass air meter, F cam, or trick flow, top end in your Fox body, and a Lightning it pulls up to the light, or a Mach E GT pulls up to the light, and this is what you're gonna think. Fuck. 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 Brup, brup, brup. And the Lightning's there. You wanna go? You wanna go? I'm gonna gap you. This is full-time all-wheel drive. Full-time. You wanna? No, you don't wanna go? Pussy. That day will come. That or a Mach E GT, and you're gonna go, I call these things gay. I said they're whack. I said everyone that owns it has a purse. I said guys that own this, get fucked in the ass. And they gap you. Top mount twin kit or bottom mount twin kit? Top mount, mid mount? I'd like a mid mount. I don't want the bottom collecting all the dirt from the road, and I don't want a top mount so I can have to reroute my AC lines. Race me for 10K, Alex. Dyno tuner, email tune for a stock 20 Mustang GT. Email. You don't need a dyno for that. Fucking dyno. The tune is only as good as the tuner, not the machine it's being tested on. Any issues running Torco boosting other than orange plugs? Currently saving for a 4 level 2. Not much of an issue except that, orange plugs. I don't care if it's gas or electric. If it's a Ford in the gaps, then so be it. 100%. GT500 looks awesome, but I'd rather a Whipple regular GT, in my opinion. It's just a status car. It is just a status car. Because if you Whipple a 10R80 GT, it's going to gap the shit out of most GT500s. Like most GT500s. They also gap that booty hole, exactly. Did you see it's all-time 4-wheel drive? And you can use it if your power goes out as a generator. I would like to have one. Yeah, I mean, think about it. Not everyone is going to like this truck because they think it's gay and they thought Ford was going to do cool shit. Guys, have you seen the Raptor? The Raptor is fugly. It is horrible. It is a toilet. But people buy it because it works well. It is ugly as sin. It sounds like shit. It is an EcoBoost 3.5 V6. But with a tune, it's actually pretty quick. So when you're, pre-running, it sounds like ass, but it's a Raptor. They're awful. Now they're going to put a 5.2 in it as a last hurrah and a comeback for the T-Rex. Big fucking deal. That's over. And if you keep voting Democrat, it's only gonna get worse. I don't even know how much more simpler I have to make it when it comes to car shit, cool shit. If you keep voting Democrat, it's only gonna get worse. Sorry, it's the truth. I can't wait for the Carolina truck scene to squat the Lightnings. I like that they put a light bar in it from the factory. A big, stupid light bar in the front. I'm like, don't we have enough fucking LED assholes fucking blinding you down the road? Now they're going to do it stock? Unreal. Saw a Bronco today, thought it was a Honda Element. You know what? It does look like a Honda Element. I wonder if some plumber with his ass crack hanging out who buys an XLT Lightning for his work truck will gap a new Raptor at a light. Max horsepower on ID 1300s, about 1100 horse. About 1100 horse, and then it starts to run out at high RPM. EcoBoost sounds like a GM 3800 Series 2. Jamie, this chat is flying. Alex, curious if you have looked into the Power Boost F-150. No, and don't care. I really don't care. I really don't. I'm gonna throw a turbo in the Malona and use it as my tow truck once in a while and daily it. That's gonna be the daily, a turbo daily. Make 600 on pump gas, turn it up to about 850 on the 85, and just turbo dumb shit, turbo all-wheel drive shit. I'm not looking to give a fuck about modern shit. Michael Merck says, really fucking hate them. What's your opinion on using the two-step on my Watt box? 11 GT500, built bottom end, Whipple 2.9, E85 4 innovation fuel system. I mean, if you can't shift well and you want some kind of spark cut in between the shifts, that definitely helps you. Wife and I sit in the Mach-E at the local auto show, and I must say, I would never buy one, but I'm convincing the wife to buy one. Who makes the money in the house? Ready to turn my custom T6 turbo to 20, 39 PSI, 7.9, 20 already showing big power, sleeve gen 2, Bill 6 already, the mods, tire. Okay, cool. Cool, Chase Ponder. Congrats. Let's hope you can, 29 PSI. Boy, I hope you don't got any valve float issues. I hope you have a set of valve springs and really free-flowing exhaust, like really free-flowing. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Alejandro, do you provide dyno tunes in West Palm? Fuck no. I do not want to tune you in person. I don't want to see you. I don't want to get in your car. I do not provide any in-person tunes. We tune via email 100%. If I was to tune your car in person, it'd probably be $8,000 because you're going to be talking to me non-fucking stop. And that's what it's worth to me. It's worth to me $8,000 to sit there about how you used to have a Fox body back in the day, and now this car, you're hoping that it does this, blah, 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 blah. $8,000. The 358 show is great in the desert. That being said, I still prefer the 6.2 for any kind of pre-running or serious off-road because they don't have the turbos. Alex, what was your favorite Fox body you've had other than Hush Money? Wow, I had a Mercury Capri RS. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, I had a Mercury Capri RS that looked like this but black. Wow, that's a shitty picture. That is an awful picture. I need a picture of it was like 86. Let me see. 86. Yeah, it was like that. I had an 86 Mercury Capri. Yep. Ugly as sin, but it was cool to me and it looked different. The bubble back, the whole 9 yards. I literally had this car in black, and it had weld drag lights, 1510 6.5 in the rear, 15 3.5 in the front, little B cam, little upper and lower Edelbrock action. It was just like a 260 horsepower hunk of shit that I absolutely adored. It was cool. One day, if the channel blows up, I'm gonna have a collection of a bunch of weird fucking Fords. Bet me on that. If it doesn't take off, then you won't hear from me again. Advanced track off normal traction for roll racing? Yes, always. With a tune, sport modes don't matter, in my opinion. Should have gotten a Can-Am instead. he's still talking about the Can-Am stuff, Jared Wells. Alex is the Ford guy we all needed to defend us and put everyone in their fucking place or in their place. Did you see the giant screen in the Lightning? I like that part of it, but it'll probably only come in the fully loaded one. Right. Understand this, guys. That one that you saw, fully loaded, is probably going to be $70,000. Guys, a fully loaded extended range, all the bells and whistles F-150 is going to be $70,000 plus. The one they're offering for $39,000 starting is going to be a piece of shit. Shit, for $8,000, I can see a woman driving in her mom, grandma, shoving an entire Snap-on tool chest up their twats. Wow. What? Capris look dope. Far from ugly, in my opinion. I love Capris. What's the advantage of torque from an EV over torque from an internal combustion engine? Well, the RPM to achieve it, Mike Hughes. The RPM to achieve peak torque is 0 on an electric vehicle. 0. Oh yeah, pack springs, 4-inch bumper, and we should be Gucci. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's see what it does. YouTube corrupt in the house. I'm getting a Circle D converter for my Whipple 10R80. Do I get a 245 or 258? No idea what the difference is. You let Circle D spec it out. Call Circle D. Let Circle D spec it out for you. 90,000 for all the gadgets. Right. Imagine an F-150. You go to the dealership. Orale home. Maybe it's not going to be the Mama Luna. But maybe see, I want to see what the problem is. Let's see if this thing gaps fools. You know what I'm saying? Orale Ford salesman. How you doing? Let me speak to my manager. What's your credit score? Oh, shit. I don't know. But I'm ready to give some money down. How much are you going to give down, Mr. Gonzalez? $500. I'm sorry, did you say $500? Orale, 500. I've been saving a long time. Which one do you want? I want the big bitch, the fully loaded, ruby red, everything done to it. The big screen, the big batteries, everything, cabrón. Give me your social security number. What's that? Well, I need your social security number to run your credit check. What? I got 500. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do pay. I do this at Render Center all the time. Oh, let me speak to my manager. Could you imagine these fucking Ford guys at a dealership? They go, here comes Jose. Well, I'm going on break. Fuck this shit. Oh, shit. Talking all that shit. You know how I know it's real? Been there, done that. Hello, Mr. Rodriguez. Can I help you? Orale! Orale home! Qué cabrón. Ya, no te pasado. Did you see that Cletus finally made a 3-minute video about the RPM Act? The disgrace. Hey, Cletus, I know you're late to the party, but welcome. Look, I'm not going to rag on him. Imagine I have to protect my neck. And let's say I bring in $1 million a year in revenue between my store, my dumb shit, selling you rocks, selling you dirt, selling you used shoelaces, selling you the shit, selling you farted on underwear, and I make $1 million a year. Well, I got to protect that. But at the same time, I tell people I'm down for the cause. I'm the motherfucker. That's me. So he's in a weird spot. He can't be like, fuck the government, bro. This is bullshit Mountain Dew. Yee yee. He can't do that. He has to go, fuck, I got to protect my neck and I got to do it right. So I'm sure somebody is telling him in the background, because I suspect there's a lot of people managing that money. That money, that brand is being managed by many people, very smart people, probably his parents, which is good for them to look out for him. I don't know this though. They're like, you can't go out there popping off and making yourself very visible, so you have to do it the right way. So finally, when people got enough signatures to introduce it, that's when he said, all right, let me support it. I get it, but I don't get it. I get it, but I don't get it. I make enough to provide a good salary for someone per year on this channel, thanks to you guys. I will put it all on the line, because who provides me my income? You guys. And if I'm out there protecting my neck to keep my money, that's disingenuous. So I'm going to go out there and say, yo, you guys provide this kind of income and living. You guys expect me to be a voice of the industry. So I'm going to go out there and pop off. But a lot of people out there protecting their necks. Órale, mijito, necesita malalona. Wear that 36% APR homes. Seems like Ford thinks giant screens in Tron movie is where they start creating the EV. Now look at the Volvo Polestar if you want to see a good looking SUV EV. Hey, mad at the F-150 Lightning. I want one and carry my German Shepherds around in the bed. Nice. Or the frunk. Why was the TFL channel not creating videos supporting the RPM Act? Thought they were automobile enthusiasts. I don't know who TFL is. The TFL. Who's TFL? What up? Did you say Jose? For $90,000, I hope it massages me and sucks me off while it charges. Guys, F450s have massaging chairs. John Lund Sr.'s F450 massaged me all the way to fucking Maryland International Raceway. I drove that bitch. What's TFL? Yeah, I don't know what TFL is. Watch everyone else come out and talk about the RPM Act after Cletus. Exactly, because this is what they did. When Lund Racing got hit, do you know how many people said, let's make a video about Lund Racing getting hit? Did you hear about EasyLink? Nobody talked about EasyLink. A couple other places got hit, but nobody talked about that. They just talked about Lund because that is what was trending after I and Junior specifically spearheaded that movement. And people said, oh, people are watching that video. Let me piggyback off of that stuff because it's trending. It's all about how many times can you go get trending. Then Cletus talks about it. All of a sudden, other people are going to come out with similar videos like they give a fuck. Disingenuous bullshit. Disingenuous absolute bullshit. The house got a shifter outside? A shitter outside? A shitter outside? Or a kitchen outside? What, would you drive a GT500 with a F1X Procharger? No. No. Have you seen what drives the F1X? Have you seen what drives the F1X Procharger? Let me give you guys a little bit of a F1X Coyote. Yeah, I'll show you that. Images. Let me see if they show the whole kit. Okay, this is a Coyote. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's perfect. It's a Coyote Procharger. Okay, beautiful. Check this out. What the fuck is that? Tell me what this is, guys. This is what drives the Procharger. A massive auxiliary pulley at the end of the crank. Yeah, that's gotta be real good for deflection. That's gotta be fucking phenomenal for deflection. I mean, I can't imagine the crank not stressing out over that bullshit. I'm trying to find good photos of it like mounted, but they won't dare show you that because you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. That bitch yanks on the motor hardcore. It's an auxiliary pulley at the end. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm going to pass on that one. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye. I know a little bit about leverage. Think about it this way, guys. If you get a short half-inch ratchet and you put a 3/4 inch nut on a half-inch bolt and you crank it and it's really tight, it takes a lot of power to drive that bitch, right? But then if you get a long one, leverage, boop, you pop that bolt, no problem. The auxiliary crank for an F-Series supercharger is a long fucking breaker bar. Sorry. That's how it works, kids. Awesome crank pulley. Very smart. Right. Lund was driving, in my opinion, Lund was the driving force of the bill getting introduced. So I texted Cletus, right? I have his number somewhere. And I was a total dickhead, right? But I wanted to see what he would say. And let me see if I can find the exchange. It was so hilarious. How do I have him as Cleat or do I have him as Cleat? Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Okay. We talked about rentals, and then he mentioned on Instagram back on Saturday, March 13th, I sent a message to him. Thanks for supporting the RPM Act, sir, because he put up a post on his Instagram. And he said, oh, yeah, got a good video coming on it, too. You should listen to this if you haven't already. And he basically sent me a link to something that we talked about on this channel about a week before. And I said, yeah, I mentioned this a while ago. We were on that Zoom call, with the EPA. I'm glad the guys with a bigger audience, I'm glad that the bigger audience with a bigger audience and reach are on board. It makes me happy. Junior and I and Lund spearheaded the awareness campaign. No reply. He didn't say, yeah, good job on that. Or, yeah, I want to get on board. Or he just, once I said, Junior, Lund, and I spearheaded that campaign, no reply. No reply. And I saved it. Just, see, that's me. I'm not going to show you his number, but that's me. And then no reply. I'm like, dude, I get it. He probably was like, fuck you, dude. I was like, Bro, pay attention to what's going on out there. I get it. You got a lot of shit going on, but none of this shit is going to keep going on if they fucking shut us down, bro. Defcon says, I have arrived. Former Mustang to Tesla owner here. My Model 3 performance ran 11.4 at Diesel 6 times back to back. Raw power 01. Exactly. And I bet you had a bunch of fun doing it. How do you feel about the company National Speed when it comes to tuning? Never heard of them. Sold my twin turbo 13 GT for a new Challenger 392 Scat Pack. Still support this channel, though, Boppy Alex. Guys, it's very hard to ignore a white red eye. On the way to Maryland International Raceway, me, Junior, and Senior were in the truck, and I go, guys, listen to this thing next to us. Put the window down, and the thing was like, and it sounded nasty. Stock. And I'm like, that's a bad ride. I'm sorry. That's a bad ride. Krav Maga, please tell me you're being sarcastic. What's going on? Where's Krav Maga? Krav Maga is like the Israeli shit that they teach their Secret Service, I think. TFL's the Fast Lane channel. They're basically a car reviewer. They've been around forever. Neutral content. Understood. Thank you. Where's Krav Maga? Chase Ponder. If you like snapping cranks, Procharger for you. 100%. Chase Ponder's on the money. Angel H says, 454 Chewy, are you the guy here in Garland, Texas that ports every Taquache's throttle body? Yo, a little late to the party, but that looks sketchy as fuck. Crank-powered Procharger. Hey, dude, if you see how it's put together, you're like, a child designed this. I get it, but come on. Stop it with the F-Series shit. Torque equals force times distance, bitch. America's best-selling truck just went electric. He's not wrong. America's best-selling vehicle, not just truck. Alex, what starter would you recommend to add a few more ponies to my 2012 GT? Alex tells more knowledge cracking on Idiota. Why the fuck would you sell the twin-turbo Mustang for a turd bucket 392? Are you fucking high? Understand this, my truth slays. Once you own a twin-turbo car that is fast, you're going to miss a semi-fast, big, comfortable, regular V8. You're going to go, why the fuck did I go all out with this car? Cuban Coyote right now is experiencing that. Cuban Coyote right now is like, fuck, we tried to go on the dyno. He had issues with the CO2 and the boost controller. And he's like, this fucking car. I'm like, right. Wasn't it fun when they had a Paxton and a Turbo 400 in it? Wasn't it just fun as shit? 920, 930. Now we go turbo. Now we go CO2. And it's a fucking nightmare. And you miss your basic bitch combo that just worked back in the day. I understand, bro. Hellion or nothing. Yeah, okay. Would a bad timing chain tensioner chirp go away when warm? Or would it be there all the time? Chirps? I don't think it chirps. I think things that chirps are like pulleys, like your pulley system. Your accessory drive is chirpy because it's driven by bearings and they might go away with time. Not a cam deal. Someone says Siley's a very good tuner. Okay, gotcha. What sort of Lamsey value you have already started wrong. You said Lamsey. Bye-bye. You said Lamsey. Boat anchors with Luntoon. The base model will have 50-mile range. Stallion 5L says the base model will have a 50-mile range. Interesting. Let me answer a text so I can stay on for a little longer. Because, I like you guys. You guys are good people. Yada-da-dee. There we go. Twin turbos are royal pain in the ass. Exactly. You're under that shit all the time. You're under the hood. Daily driving a twin turbo car is a fucking nightmare. It's a nightmare. There's always an issue. Legit, my next is going to have an exhaust and maybe some new wheels. Fuck all the other bullshit, says Lex Luthor. I'm telling you, when you go all out, this is the evolution of a Mustang owner. Let's go. Tune and cold air. Bam. 2 weeks later, E85 and injectors. Bam. 2 weeks later, you port the manifold like a fucking idiot. Then if you can afford it about a month later, you put long tube headers on it. That's what you consider full bolt-on. Cold air, E85, different manifold, and headers. So you're like, I got a full bolt-on Mustang. I'm a fucking retard. Then you say, damn, you know what? I think I want some boost after a stimmy check or a couple of stimmy checks, or your taxes from your 5 kids come in. And you're like, let me get the cheapest one out there. Which one is it? Usually a Paxton or a Vortec. So you buy a Paxton 2200 and you don't get the badass injector. You get D-Torque 95s, which work fine. And a BAP, a boosted pump. Now you're making 650 rear roll horsepower anywhere. You can drive from Florida to fucking Alaska, 650 horsepower on pump gas. But no, you watch every shithead on YouTube and Instagram turbo. So you're like, I want to turbo the car. So then you turbo the car, right? You get a on-3 kit because you're stupid. You get an on-3 single or an on-3 twin turbo, put it on the car, smoke the clutch. Then you get a McLeod RXT. Then you break the transmission. Then you say, how much is it for a 6R80 swap? You spend tons of time, effort, money, and you put a 6R80 in it, and half of your shit doesn't work because you didn't program the ABS module properly, you didn't program the shift, you didn't program a bunch of shit properly. So now your car went from being a car you can drive from Florida all the way to Alaska with 650 raw horsepower to a clapped out, lights all over the place, on-3 twin turbo 6R80 car, and you are broke and you sell it for $19,000 when you got probably $50,000 to $60,000 in B-list parts. The evolution of a Mustang owner. Bet me on that. Sometimes when I watch those badass Aldo Weld twins car, I regret going Whipple, but at least it's simple and hasn't given me any issues. Ta-da! V3 or Whipple for daily drivers. Exactly. What's the evolution of a GT500 owner? This should be good. Evolution of a GT500 owner. So it depends. If you have an 07, the first thing you do is you buy strut covers, you buy the jacket, the New Balances, and maybe the socks. And 5 years later, after you've paid it off, you decide to tune it with the SCT X3. That's right. You reach out to people who tell you, what's the best tuner out there? Well, I'm going to go through Lund. Hey, Lund, do you tune with the SCT X3? Have you heard what the SCT X3 sounds like when you fucking plug it in? Like a fucking Atari, right? Then you find out we don't tune with that hunk of shit. And you're like, oh, fuck. So you go to your local tuner. Your local tuner says, you know what would really go well in this car? A cold air intake, a smaller pulley. You can get away with it with the stock injector and some headers. And you're like, well, I don't got any money for headers. 5 years later, you save enough to get some BBK shorties. After you get the BBK shorties in there, you go to the dyno and it makes a whopping 600 horsepower. And NA Coyotes are gapping your ship. Then your clutch goes. Someone says, you got to get an RXT 1200 in there. Who the fuck is it? Why do I need an RXT 1200? I don't make that kind of horsepower. Just get it. That's the one you need. You get it. Then they said, hey, get an MGW shifter. Why do I need that shifter? You just need it. The trans is going to be gone. You just need it. You put it in there. Then you say, you know what? I want to buy a TVS because now they're 30 years old and there's some used ones in the market. But now your tuner says you need a wideband. What do you mean I need a wideband? That's $1,200. Exactly. That's $1,200 for a ZT2 setup and an N-Gauge. I don't got that kind of money. You sell it for a Mustang Mach-E GT. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. The evolution of a Mustang owner, the evolution of a GT500 owner. 5 years saving for BB. Look, GT500 owners, by and large, buy it as a trophy car. Could you imagine buying an 07 GT500 as a trophy car? Oh, honey, I'm finally going to be able to afford it. Sorry. Yeah, but at least she's got 19K. Bruh, you forgot about the Super Snake matching panties. Oh, fuck, I'm late. Daddy, sorry, says Tucker Carlson in the house. This made my head hurt. But they're factual. They're factual. I'm telling you. I have seen, when I worked at VMP, because VMP was for whatever reason, GT500 owners go to VMP because like, well, they make the supercharger, so they must know how to tune it better. And they go out there and then you hear their life story and you're like, wow. Because every Shelby guy tells you their life story about their car. Find a Shelby guy that doesn't tell you about his past the moment you talk to him about his car. Hey, nice car. Yep. I used to have a 71 Mach 1 long nose. Then I got into the Cobra and the 84, the King Cobra. Then I didn't ask you. I literally just said nice car. Oh, these wheels are special. Carroll Shelby pissed on them himself. So I simply just asked. I said nice car. Do you see this? Do you see this jack? Do you see the shifter? Do you? And then they name racers that no one like gives a fuck about anymore. Steve Schleckenberg and what's that guy? Like Ford Road Racers. Old Ford Road Racers. I'm going in. Let me see. Images. Race car drivers. Come on, just give me a Ken Miles. I mean, Ken Miles is like, but there's people that name these racers as if you're supposed to know who the fuck they are. What's that guy? Gurney? These motherfuckers just spout off names that make no sense. Them oogly ass Mach-E. I'd rather drive a C8 squatted Ford Lightnings. Alex, you're gonna have a migraine. Evan, it's already there. Yo, Alex, how much horsepower will I gain if I port my battery pack in my Mach-E? Christopher Anderson, my buddy owns a GT500 and doesn't do that. Bullshit. GT500 owners love to talk to you about everything they had before the GT500. Well, I started my collecting career back in. Shut up. Steve Gutenberg. Facts. I ran into a guy in a 24 GT500. He was like 97. Cool dude. He and his wife told me everything. Well, I brought my wife to her. My wedding, I had, I love coming out here and getting ice cream with this thing. I remember when I met my wife. That's right. We had a social. We had a social. And honey, I picked you up in what was that? It was a Nova, wasn't it? No. I had a Grabber Blue Maverick. Yeah, I had a Grabber Blue Maverick when I met her. And then we upgraded to a Fox body, 93 SSP, by the way. Do you know how many they make of that? They only make like 5 of them. Yeah, then we had our kid, so we had to upgrade or downgrade to a LTD wagon. And then finally, after I paid off the college after 30 years, by the way, my son didn't use his degree at all. He served you Starbucks somewhere. I finally was able to save enough to get this candy cane looking 14 GT500. Shouldn't you be wearing a mask? Love me some Steve Schleckenberg, or however you spell it. Good morning. Super late this time. Dan Gurney, exactly. Holy shit, this is so true. What about my 98 Cobra? There's weird lineage. Like GT500 guys skipped all Fox bodies. Guys, GT500 guys skipped all Fox bodies. They went from a 60s Mustang or a 70s hunk of shit, skipped everything, and they went right to Shelby shit, right to like 13, 14 GT500 shit. Hey, Alex, do you recommend zinc in oil? Depends if your like mains are wore out. You should wear a mask. I'm 29 with an 07 GT500, and it's not the fastest, but it's fun to fuck around on sticky tires. Absolutely. I still think the 07 to 09 GT500 are the most raw GT500s. It's like a Cobra, but without you having without people think you suck dick for a living, right? If you have an 07 to 09 GT500, it's like you graduated from Cobra. I think those are very good little cars. And they had weird colors. They had like vapor, like a silver. They had really cool colors in those cars. Don't get me wrong. I own a 14 GT500, but I would sell that motherfucker tomorrow for the right money. Bye. Zero emotional attachment to that car. Alex, I found out about the fluid twin turbo kit from Lund. I'm considering if they're available for Gen 3. Nope. Only Gen 1 cars. And limited supplies, because that's basically going to go away. I missed it. You said you'd tuned my head cam C6Z. I'm going to wear a mask. Wear a mask, Tony Romo. He keeps saying that. Shelby Dodge Charger. Oh my God. So, do you imagine if someone's like a Shelby fan that they bought an Omni? A Shelby Omni? You know what a Shelby Omni is, right? Yeah, Carroll Shelby was almost out of it, and he was doing this shit. Wow. Look, coming at you, 86 Dodge Omni GLHS can be yours for $75. This is ridiculous. This car... Love you, Carol. I mean, this was like, I mean, yeah, look, this is him. This is every Shelby guy right here. Every fucking Shelby guy at every car meet has 15 bottles. This is not bad looking, actually, not when you look back at it. But back in its day, it was a fucking toilet. But look at that. And they had Shelby Daytonas. No. What was the K car? Shelby Dodge Daytona? Yeah. Oh, this is a Photoshop from hell. Yeah, look at this. Shelby Dodge Daytona. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Shelby was actually slapping his name on non-intercooled Daytonas. This was in the Wraith, by the way. If you're an old guy, the movie Wraith had one of these ones in it. It's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to get the hell out of here. Do you need a retune for what the fuck? For a converter? No tuning for converters are needed. Just if you want the lockup to be special. Why must you mock us? He's just hey, it's just wear a mask. He just keep on that shit. That old thing had a her shifter in it like if it was the fastest thing on earth. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate the answer. Salvador Cortez, no problem. Goes like hell. Thanks, Hitler's Volkswagen. Hit him where it hurts. Are you getting the Beetlejuice or of a vaccine? Alex, I identify as vaccinated. Jamie Easton, you are wrong about that 100%. Jake Long from Power by the Hour designed the fluid kit. How do I know? I was there. Plain and simple. All right, holy shit, this thing got spammed like a motherfucker. I guess YouTube Corrupt. Thank you, YouTube Corrupt, for taking care of the spam bullshit. I'm out of here, guys. I wanted to give you guys a peasant chat because I didn't give you one last week, and I'll still give you one on Sunday. So expect me to be back on Sunday morning. Peasant chat stuff. You don't have to pay, and I'll hang out with you peasant chatters here. Yes, I even got the VMSs up every time the peasant chat is lit. I'm out of here. TD stream tomorrow or until Saturday. We're going to wait because there's going to be 2 in a row. So I'll wait till Saturday for that dating channel stream. I'm out of here. We talked about the lightning with the peasants today. And I just want to get you guys some content because I missed out on last week. I'm out of here, guys. See you guys later. Have a great night. See you guys Sunday. And for those of you